Hello, on this Sunday morning, the 7th of November, I want to discuss knowing the voice of God because we are told that there are so many different voices out there, and many of them are not genuine. Hence why we are told that my sheep hears my voice and they know me and they follow me. Okay, a shepherd who is used to looking after his sheep, okay, and the sheep will not respond to any other voices, okay, but the voice of his or her master. So the sheep knows, who the shepherd is. The sheep knows who is guiding them and steering them. It's interesting when it comes to the church, we shout and speak in tongues and pontificate, yet we do not know the voice of the shepherd. And that is a very tragic stage to be, because if we do not know the voice of the shepherd, then it's no wonder that during Donald Trump's fighting for second term in office, and all the evangelical Christians and the preachers and the prophets were saying that unless you vote for Donald Trump, you're not a Christian. Unless you vote for Donald Trump, there is no way you're full of the Holy Ghost. They were mocking the day of Pentecost for their own political purposes. They were mocking for their own political purposes, because there's no way these evangelists really believed that you were saved if you voted for Donald Trump. No, they wanted your vote, because I'm not sure whether there was some kind of payment. Look, get your people to vote me and I'll give it a tax-free. The church don't pay tax, but I'll do you some kind of special favors. But the pressure on Christians to support Donald Trump as God's man, I'm not saying you can't vote for Donald Trump. I wouldn't vote for Biden. I'm not into liberalism or the liberal policies. However, to use the Bible and say that Donald Trump was mentioned in the Bible, that is another form of desperation and deception. The church of late has been really moving down the lane of deceit and deception, because I remember watching on YouTube not just one pastor, numerous pastors who were pushing Bill Gates, and in fact they were arguing that using Bible verses to promote the Bill Gates World Health Organization, saying here it is, here's Bill Gates using the Bible out of context, showing where Bill Gates was in the Bible. Look on YouTube at what the pastors think about Bill Gates. But the reason why we live in a world where there's no loyalty, there's no integrity. Whoever puts money into your bank account, you will support them. This is the same church who go on the street corners, say, come and listen to the message. What message? You don't even know what you believe in. Your values has changed. Hence why, first of all, if you're not a Christian, if you don't push for Donald Trump and the gospel according to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is God's chosen man, etc. Now they're saying that Bill Gates, the gospel according to Bill Gates. In other words, what the church has done, they become like Laodicea. They become lukewarm. Whoever pays them the most, they will go with that person. The church has no shame, which is why they're worth billions, taking money from poor people. taking money from taxpayers who are struggling to get their children through college and schools, etc. Yet they have no shame. They're driving their private jet when really they're nothing more than charlatans who have no faith, but they know how to sell religion. And that's their business, selling religion. They've franchised Jesus Christ. They've franchised him. But sadly, when you don't know the voice of the shepherd, then anybody can come along. Anybody can come along and the sheep will just follow. Because you have no spiritual guidance, no spiritual discernment. So anybody comes along and deceive you and tell you what they want you to believe, and at the same time what you want to hear. I remember the churches were shut down during the pandemic and they were panicking. You know, Creflo Dollar, his name really suits him, Crafty Dollar. Crafty Dollar. He actually devised an app. This guy's a multi-millionaire, living in mansions and swimming pools. You know, during the pandemic, you know, I've lost my business. You know, I've had sleepless nights. You know, I teach singing lessons. I've had sleepless nights and things like that. And this guy, who's a millionaire, devised an app, a tithing app, so you can still pay him. He's not preaching. I use the term preaching to spread the gospel. No, he's not. Why would you want to continue to pay tithe for a building that's already paid for? Oh, I guess you're angry. He devised an app so you could continue paying because the church was shut. The church was shut down because Bill Gates had the power to shut down the world. Not the government. Bill Gates had the power to shut down the whole world and shut down the churches. But they had to still get paid somehow. And they devised an app where you could continue pouring money to them. They're not traveling anywhere, so they can't use it as an excuse. Well, we need fuel cost. And this is what's happened. So the church as a business need to survive. And they will push with the LGBTQ. Notice the church now have gone quiet on the LGBTQ because they are a charity and they know full well if they go for the LGBTQ, that's it. They lose the charity status. Then they went for Donald Trump. If you don't believe the gospel according to Donald Trump, if you don't believe that Donald Trump is God's chosen man, then you're not a Christian. Now they're pushing Bill Gates. I wonder who else they'll be pushing tomorrow night. In other words, Christianity has become a business. They want your votes. And you're no longer worshiping God Almighty. You're worshiping mammon. You're worshiping flesh. You're worshiping the dollar bill. You're worshiping a policy. You're not worshiping God. And they've tapped into the church. We've got some dumb people here. Let's fool them up. Let's fool them up. So hence why you got all these, what's his name? Prophet Kim. Right, I did a video on him. Oh, Donald Trump was going to win the election, etc. And when they got deceived, if I did a video on it, I got slaughtered. Yeah, I was still right. I got slaughtered by Christians. Oh, you wait and see, Donald Trump will win. And when he lost, the ego was so great, they took to Capitol. They couldn't take it. No, it's impossible. God told me he would win. The angels of the heavens. The same language they use for Bill Gates. The same. Look on YouTube. Pastors using the Bible to just use the Bible to claiming that Bill Gates is mentioned, his philosophy, his ideology, everything he stands for is in the Bible. This is what they do. But the church has no opinion anymore. The church is supposed to be the salt of the earth, meaning that the church is supposed to change the world, influence the world, but instead the world is influencing the church because the church wants to survive on any condition. They just want to keep it as a business. You look at North Korea, you look at Pakistan and China, real Christianity where Christians are being persecuted for speaking the truth. You don't see that in America or Britain. The church has become reformed and lukewarm. Anything goes. They'll push any policy just as long as they can continue with their charity-based business. That's what it's all about. It's nothing more sickening. It's like, it's like my business, Born to Sing. And I says, oh, something, here you are, support my business, here's my business cards, and I'm saying that, here in the Bible, is, you think, what's all this about? If I'm using my website, I'm saying, oh, look here, right, my website, and this is what it says in the Bible, you must come and support my business. And this is more or less it's the same thing. They're using Bill Gates in order to, they don't really believe he's in the Bible. They don't really believe that. But they're desperate. They want their doors open again. And they'll do deals with the devil. They don't care. They're like a, like a vampire, needing blood, or cracker needing crack. They want your money. That's how bad, that's how much they disrespect you. They want your tithes. If you really knew what these preachers really thought about you, from the, I've got to make some more videos in this area, how pastors, have women lining up and having blowjobs from them, calling it holy milk, and these women do it. For the pastor to do that and feel confident that he can psychologically abuse you, have you line up and give him a blowjob and say this is from heaven. It tells you what he sees you as. It tells you that they know your state of mind. So why not mention Bill Gates is in the Bible? Donald Trump is in the Bible. They know you're mentally sick. And that's why they can do it. Just like the government, when the government lie to you, manipulate you, because the government know that they can do it. Same with celebrities and rich people. When they manipulate us, they deceive us, because they know we want to live like them, so we look up to them. They don't love us, poor trash like us. They don't love us. No, but they know that we idolize them. And that's the reason why they deceive us in the way that they do. Remember during pandemic and all the celebrities out there, promoting Bill Gates, all the celebrities out there, because that's how much Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen, when she was like this, I'm on a lockdown, I'm suffering too, in her big massive mansion. Poor people like us that are supporting her stupid TV channels, and she's in a big massive mansion, saying, oh, I'm struggling too on a lockdown. The celebrities were laughing at us. The pastors were laughing at us. And that's the reason why they can push all this Bill Gates, they can push Donald Trump as God's man. I'm not saying don't support Donald Trump. What I'm saying is that they can claim he's a man of God, because they know, just tap into the right psychology and you'll believe anything. If you don't know who the shepherd is, your mind becomes like putty. You can manipulate it and twist it. And that's why the government, our masters, are manipulating us and brainwashing us, because they know they can do it. Notice I'm not mentioning the V word, the V. Mention the V word, they shut you down. So I gotta be careful. There's no such thing as freedom. Freedom doesn't exist. Democracy doesn't exist. I want to go into this area, because it really sickens me how it's, they envy our freedom. What freedom? Look at Dave Chappelle, nearly got shot down. What freedom? We have no freedom. And that's why the church is compromising. That's why the church has no views. because we have no freedom. It's a scam. Oh, in the name of love and tolerance, don't offend anybody. So, what are you trying to do? Create heaven on earth? No, you're more likely creating a satanic kingdom of immorality and false superficial love. Anyway, I'm sidetracking. So yeah, but the church now are saying Bill Gates is in the Bible. He's mentioned in the Bible. We've gone cheap. We really have. By the way, I'm doing a series of Greta Thunberg, Bill Gates, etc. The shocking link between those two puppets. I hope you subscribe. Thank you.